Sunday afternoon in Long Beach. We're heading to the Queen Mary. It's an interesting overcast day today, considering it was 120 yesterday. But Long Beach Harbor is where we're heading. That's where the amusement park, the Pike, used to be. We just saw a cool thing in an antique shop from the Pike. That Bavarian dancer is pretty cool. But we're coming to see one of the most famous ships in the world. Oh, there it is in the distance. So all the parking lots are shut down today. Probably been shut down for a long time because of you know what. And I guess they do COVID testing here too, but not today. It's pretty deserted, but there's the ship, which is also shut down. But still as majestic as ever. Rotting from the bottom up. So that's where that dome was built for the Spruce Goose, which was Howard Hughes' plane, and they moved that up north, and now it's a terminal for cruise ships. This thing made 1,000 trips across the ocean. And there's a submarine too. A lot of people walking around here today. There's a really cool kind of village over here to the right, which is all boarded up, and it's going to be destroyed at some point, probably very soon. We should take a walk through there. A couple British phone boxes. It sure would be cool to find out where Billy Heller stayed. So the reason I was coming out here today is because I wanted to show you this collection I have of memorabilia from the very last voyage of the Queen Mary that took place, leaving England on Halloween of 1967. It was a 41-day journey to ended up being here, so the ship could be permanently parked here in Long Beach Harbor. So when Seymour Heller, who was a Hollywood agent, his wife Billie was on the last cruise. She accompanied a singer by the name of Helen O'Connell, and who was performing on the ship. And when Seymour Heller's estate was up for sale, I ended up getting Billie Heller's complete documentation of the last trip across the ocean of the Queen Mary. And we can't get on the ship. What I really wanted to do was bring it back to the ship and find her actual cabin and sort of show the stuff there. But since it's closed, I can't do that. So I wanted to come out here and at least talk about it. And in 1972, you might recognize this as the Ss Poseidon from the Poseidon Adventure. Here's the cast of the Poseidon Adventure. And there is the Queen Mary. So the maiden voyage of the Queen Mary was in 1936. It was built in Scotland, actually, for the Cunard White Star Line. And in 52, it was converted to a troop ship, and where it ferried soldiers. And it was returned to a passenger ship after that, but by the 60s, it was operating at a loss. And it was retired in 67. The city of Long Beach purchased it, and that was the big deal, where they drove or sailed across the world. And it was a 41-day cruise. Prices were from $1,200 to $9,000 to take the trip. It was Canary Islands. It stopped twice over the equator: Rio, Chile, Panama Canal, Acapulco. 1,093 passengers and over 800 crew people. And on December 9th, 1967, it was permanently parked here in Long Beach. There was a lot of scandal about the last cruise too, because people expected it to be this, luxurious trip, and for some people it really was, but the ship really wasn't air conditioned, and people that weren't really, spending that kind of money in the past were buying these tickets and they were getting seasick. There was a couple that got out in Rio and just flew back to America. There was a stowaway. There was a chef that died of, I think he was heat exhaustion, and he asked to be buried at sea, and he was buried at sea in a canvas bag. But everyone was getting seasickness, excessive heat, no air conditioning, bad weather, cockroaches and bugs, which the cruise line vehemently denied. But there was certainly a lot of problems here. When it sailed into the harbor of Long Beach, they say 5,000 ships greeted it and accompanied it as it parked here in Long Beach. And my friend Paul was telling me how people were just throwing things out the windows when it was back, like deck chairs and tables and all sorts of stuff. They were just throwing them out the windows here. I don't know quite what the significance was, unless they were just pissed off about the cruise enough to do something about it like that, some sort of final statement. But it has been here ever since. It is not in terrific shape. There's a lot of damage to it. But Billie Heller took tons of great pictures of it. She took souvenirs of every single stop, and the receipts for getting her hair done were swizzle sticks and an invitation to the captain's table. And it was pretty impressive, the amount of stuff that she saved from the cruise. And I will show you some of it. But the Queen Mary, the Ss Poseidon, permanently parked here, moored here in Long Beach. At Seymour Heller's estate sale a couple of years ago, the house was just opened up, and we were able to cruise all around the place, and we found lots of cool things, stuff that belonged to the family, but also things having to do with Liberace, who he represented. But we bought furniture. We got so much stuff from the Heller estate sale. And one of the coolest things we got were these tubs of memories from the last voyage of the Queen Mary that Billie Heller, who is Seymour's wife, went on the last great cruise of the Queen Mary. And everyone that was on that cruise got one of these commemorative plaques from the Long Beach Chamber of Commerce acknowledging that they were on the last great cruise, which went to amazing places. It crossed the equator 2 times. It went to, you know, Rio and Chile and the Panama Canal. So I'll show you some of those pictures. And this is the secondary tub of stuff. We'll get to the good stuff in a little bit, but this stuff is sort of clipped articles and things having to do with the society that maintained the ship or celebrated the ship afterwards, which Billy Heller was really involved in. So I'll just show you some of the items. This is from the second annual celebration from 1969, 2 years after. See all the correspondence from Billy Heller from the Queen Mary Club. There's tons of stuff in these boxes from the actual cruise, and these are photographs that she sent her kids from the actual ship, with showing the route that the ship took, that left on Halloween of 1967. And see, these are, I mean, they're personal. I don't necessarily like personal messages, but they were involving the ship. And there's so many things that she saved. These are just memories, you know, the Queen Mary's last voyage, documenting these things, the Queen Mary Ball. Afterwards, they would send, they called them Mary's memos. There's tons of these. This is from October 69. That's 2 years after the ship. These are, oh my gosh, there's so much stuff in here. Every port of call, she saved something. She gathered their receipts in here from different things that they bought. So this particular tub has even the airline tickets from Pan Am that they had to take to go. Queen Mary guide map. All personalized to Billy Heller, and but I'm just gonna plop this so you get an idea. These are all the articles that Billy Heller saved about the ship coming to Long Beach, docking in Long Beach, and Long Beach being its home. See December of 1967 souvenir issue from Long Beach. So there's lots of like washer companies saying, "Welcome to Queen Mary." It was great advertising, a great gimmick for the advertisers of the time. So Seymour Heller, or I should say Billy Heller, saved, I'm not even kidding when I say this, everything. So again, just articles upon articles having to do with the Queen Mary being built and its history and its ultimate destination being Long Beach. Some of these things I saved myself and added to the collection. Here's another one. Long Beach Chamber of Commerce, and there's a picture of Billy Heller on the ship. Now, we were going to go to the ship and try to get on the ship and find out where these photographs were actually taken, but because of COVID right now, we can't get on the ship. Here's another one. But these are this is all having to do with the Queen Mary's last voyage. So this is sort of the incidental stuff. This is the afterward stuff, and I will be showing you. That's from the actual voyage. No, it's December. That's 68. So this is a year afterwards. So this is all the post stuff. I wonder if that's the captain. It's kind of difficult to see or tell. Even she saved everything. And you'll see some of the correspondence from the ship, some of the telegrams that were sent from the ship to her kids, to her husband, and so this all has something to do with the Queen Mary ending up in Long Beach. Port of Long Beach. There's Helen O'Connell on the ship. Some of these other things were, I think these are benefits for the Queen Mary. Tony Curtis, Tammy Grimes, Belle Barth. So I'm going to move on to the next tub, so you'll be able to see the stuff from the actual ship. This is the cool box of stuff from Billy Heller's collection, and the sort of A-list stuff. I think I have put this up on eBay, and the thing that people are interested in the most, collectors, is honestly this. And this is a wooden place holder for the table that they sat at, probably the last meal. So that marked the table of that they sat in, Billy Heller and Helen O'Connell. So collectors are like really want to get a hold of that. And this, all the souvenir stuff that she bought was postmark stuff. That's the first day of the last voyage. These are just postmarked blank airmail, postmarked the Queen Mary with the dates on it, some without the dates, but with that on it. These are her, I think these are luggage tags for first class, of course, because that's what she was going to travel, first class, because they were filthy rich. And more stationery posted on board the Queen Mary. RMS, which means Royal Mail Ship. Not HMS, which is Her Majesty's ship. Or SS, which is steamship. So these are just commemorative things of the Queen Mary. These are pretty cool. These are actual menus. And from the ship. Tells you the temperature, maximum 67, minimum 48, 70% humidity. Captain Treasure Jones. So they would give these out to the people on the ship to tell you what it is that's going on that day. Something going on in the drawing room, the promenade deck, the smoke room. Also in here you'll see some pretty cool little daily activities. This is from the last voyage too, that book of matches. I have a couple of those. This is a more recent book of matches from the Queen Mary. But this is actually on the ship, Queen Mary matches. I wonder if there's anything in there. No, well, it does say Bryant and May. This is a serving utensil. Service equipment. And apparently that's nothing to collectors. They see that and they go, I'm really not interested, so I don't know what the deal is with that. Another book of matches. What's that? Oh, it's a picture of Helen O'Connell on. Here is the book that Billy saved everything from that last voyage of the Queen Mary. Now, I'm not going to make you sit through everything, obviously, but I will thumb through quite a bit of it while we're here. This thing obviously didn't last very long in the packaging. So these are a lot of articles. These are actually sort of going away. Good luck on the cruise, sort of a thing for Billy. All these Bon Voyage cards for Billy Heller, beauty salon. When she had her hair done for her do-done-did to Lisbon. This is I think this is customs, a customs form that they filled out, so they wouldn't have to do it at each port. Special visas to facilitate your entry at cruise ports. So, and here, her baggage tags. Inside the ship. Belt, wow. More, here's that map you saw earlier of her children's, the postcard that she sent her kids. This is actually a map of the ship that shows where Helen O'Connell and Billy Heller stayed, and she even put a picture of the room that they stayed in, M68. It was probably adjoined with Helen O'Connell's too. So this is just a large fold-out map of the ship and of all the decks. Down there. Cattle class. Let's see what else is in here. We've got more booklets explaining the first class accommodation, program of tours ashore, the choices that the people on the cruise are given of things they want to do or would like to do. These are invitations that she received during the trip. Here's one from the captain himself. Request the pleasure of your company in the lounge promenade deck, November 4th, 1967. So the captain invited Billy Heller to have company, so I imagine cocktails. Another menu, November 3rd, 1967. A night dance. Well, this is not a menu, actually. This is just a schedule of things going on. What time breakfast is. The flamenco room. Bingo! Ladies' night dance. Ramos and Nanette. So she saved all of these from every meal, or I should say every day on the ship. This Gran Canaria. All her receipts from on the islands that they visited, the postcards that she sent while on the trip and ended up in their home, and she ended up saving them, all in here. More stationery that's been postmarked. The first day of the trip. Another menu or another schedule. What's this one? This is an actual menu. Roast prime rib and sirloin of beef with horseradish cream. What day is this? November 7th. Fried filet. I can't read it upside down. Salted mixed nuts. I do know that the December 7th one, or December 9th one is in here somewhere. Here's November 8th. So I'm not going to bother going through all of that. I believe this is a resolution that they passed over the equator. I know they passed the equator twice, and I think this might be, what did I see the word Hindenburg? Voyage, then that is speed. Those in a great hurry will take the Hindenburg. Interesting. So this, not quite sure what that is. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. The last great cruise. All these ads, my God. Fabulous final cruise. Special rates and tours. I think, did we look at I think we looked at the prices. Look at these, $23,000 to go on this thing. Some of these single bedrooms, $3,000. Main deck. A deck. C deck. No. Don't you see? Another crossing the equator that day. There's no real rhyme or reason to this. Here's a photograph of Helen and Billy again. God, Billy Heller, God bless her. See, I'm not a big ship fan. I love it, but I'm not a big fan. But when I saw this at the sale, I was like, I got to get that because somebody will really love this. And here's another one of these. Landlubber. Longitude 28.50. More menus or schedules. Brazil. Actual. These are real pictures. Rio. These are more receipts. Everything. My goodness me. Tours in Rio. Another schedule. This is a receipt for to send a message. Marine Radio Company. International Marine Radio Company. So this must have been a telegram that she sent back home. Billy and her hair. November. Now, okay, here's another thing. They would have quizzes every day on the ship and give these out to everyone. So this is an etiquette quiz. When was the only time a woman is presented to a man? Is it socially correct for Mrs. Vernon to speak of her husband as Mr. Vernon? This is definitely some first class shit going on here. Should the knife and fork be set down before speaking? May a leafy salad be cut with a silver-bladed knife? We may never know. Not in my world. More photographs. Not very exciting photographs. Around the horn, that was important, and I know that, but I don't. Off the top, hit Chile. The horn is like a big deal. Like that's the equator or something. I should know this, but I'm American, so I don't have to. Is she holding? She's holding it upside down. Oh, Billy. Oh, Billy. All right, I'm going to zip through this because I know this is probably really tedious for you guys. See, there's one of those table numbers. Our number obviously was not that one, but that is an example of the table numbers. And there's her servant, the waiter. She does talk about him and how nice she was. Helen O'Connell, our waiter, Joe Owens. See, she recognized him. She wrote his name down. I hope that somebody gets this and really enjoys this stuff one day, and to keep it all in one place, you know, not just pick through it. This is such a fun thing. As I understand it, I guess that Queen Mary was somebody approached him with this, and they're like, no, don't really want it. No, they probably have some, but some folks can't do this when it comes to castor oil. Swallow. You'll find this one near bovines. Egret. This is the bird quiz. This one was called The Lady with the Lamp, a Nightingale. Okay, enough with the menus. What's this one? Oh, the Crowley and McIntosh request the pleasure of your company to Miss Heller for cocktails. This is definitely some first class stuff going on. Here's a telegram that is not very interesting. I don't know. Unrest at one of the ports. Helen. Chile. It's like almost like eavesdropping, except she obviously put this together for people to look at in the future. Another quiz. What's this one? Animals. Popular model of the Ford Motor Company. What would be an animal? Falcon? No, but that's not an animal, it's a bird. It would have been on a bird quiz, right? Oh, look at that. That's a swizzle stick. And this is how to speak Spanish. The Spanish lisp sound, more accentuated in Spain than Latin America, has been rendered in out phonetics by this sound is given to Z and C before E or I to differentiate them. So you Spanish speakers out there, this is how you really do it. They told you on the Queen Mary. Another, look at that, a swizzle stick. Cunard Line. Swizzle stick. And matches the promenade deck. Oh, Billy is rocking it. 28th November. City of Long Beach. Oh, this is how to advice to stay out of the traffic for the arrival of the ship in Long Beach. How to make it through to pick up your loved ones without dealing with the traffic. December 4th, getting close to the end of the trip. Arrives in Long Beach on Saturday. These are great pictures. My goodness. That is wonderful. Oh, Billy. So there were some problems on the ship with because people were traveling for a month and didn't realize how hot it was going to get, and they didn't pack enough clothing, and it was hot and humid. And Billy's notes, one of these says, some people just should not travel. But this is more ship pictures. This is really cool. And for those of you that don't know, this is the Poseidon from the Poseidon Adventure. They did shoot the ship scenes on the Queen Mary. Opinion, please. Menu, please. December 3rd. God, how many of these freaking things are there? 4th. Got to be getting to the end soon. December 3rd. Mrs. Billy Heller, room M68. Let's see if this is. The Last Great Cruise. We take great pleasure inviting you to this last great booze by the Hostility Girls. Deep down on D deck. You know, Billy's like, do the elevators even go down that far? So the 5th of December. More receipts. Queen Mary press passes. What's this date? Please be the 9th. Oh no, it's another picture. December 6th, Queen Mary. Oh, she went to see a visit. She went to visit a doctor for $5. Maybe she had a tricky tummy. December 7th. I hope you guys aren't bored with this. December 8th. More mail. What's this? This is something that's so nosy, going through people's personal stuff. Oh, there's that picture. I think she gave it out for Christmas, Billy Heller. I think she used this for her Christmas card that year. Which is interesting because they were Jewish. Maybe these are the Christmas cards they got, not sent. The Panama Canal. December 2nd. Rum, Bacardi and Myers. Okay, what did she do? Grand Almagen Oriental. Can't say that, man. I don't know what it says. The Fish Puzzle. Holy. Generally precedes this one. Mackerel. I knew that one. December 1st. These are the daily newspapers on the ship that they would give out, the Ocean Bulletin. So you could know what was going on with the peasants off the ship. More quizzes, the flowers, the arts and the artists. Which Rembrandt do you have in your home? Billy Heller owns this Van Gogh. You don't even own any art? We're not going into D deck. Alright, so I imagine you guys are kind of bored with this, but not with that. That looks cool. She looks great there. And Helen, look at her. Or is that Billy? I can't tell with one of those crazy hats on. This dress made an appearance earlier. Maybe Helen and Billy swapped clothing during the tour. So they didn't look like they wore the same thing twice. Oh, here's some great pictures of Helen O'Connell on the ship. So I'm going to speed through these. I know you guys are probably really tired of this stuff, but it's so wonderful to see somebody actually take the time to commemorate these things, to put it all in one place. The Queen and her court. Landing arrangements, immigration. And Seymour came to the Queen Mary to pick him up, and the kids. So I hope you like Billy Heller's Queen Mary collection. I think this is a hoot, and I hope it ends up someplace wonderful someday, all in one place, and somebody's going to appreciate this. So I guess I will say goodbye for now. But thank you for enjoying my little Queen Mary vlog, and I hope that you like it. There they are again. Boy, they they spent a lot of money on that print. Thank you so much for watching, and a special thank you to my newest sponsors on the Patreon link below: Bob Topping, Rob Nielsen, Aaron Price, Jennifer Peebles, Megan McGeegan, Sean Jones, Jerry, Jolene Cladoris, Kim Halper, and Kelly Hammond. And a special shout out to my friends Karen Beer and Paul Ellerby for their support. It's very much appreciated. Everyone's support is appreciated. Thank you so much. There's a link below to sponsor the page. Just by subscribing, you're helping me a great deal. And thank you for watching, and have a great day. You heard me.